What's up, guys? Jeremy from MTG headquarters here, bringing you another super fun unboxing. So this is a sealed box of Avacyn Restored. The way I do it is I open it up and I kind of like speed through it, just because, I mean, I don't know. I guess people have given me feedback both ways. Like they want to watch a 30-minute video of it. I don't know, it just kind of goes against what I know about YouTube. But let's go. Generally what I do is I'll just open them all up and kind of stack them off, and then we'll go through like maybe 5 or 6 at a time. There's nothing better than that new pack smell. You know, it's legalized crack for us hardcore players. That's for sure. So Avacyn Restored is a great block, I think. I really enjoy it. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play as much as I had hoped, but hopefully this massive influx of cards is going to help us. So let's look at the first 6. So we have Flowering the Lumber Knot. I'm just gonna basically show you the rares and mythic rares. So we've got Reforged the Soul here. This is a 5-drop. Each player discards his or her hand and draws 7 cards. Pretty tight. So I'm gonna try to mix it up here. This video I won't speed up, but I'll try to open them up as fast as I can. We've got Divine Deflection. Prevent X damage that would be dealt to you and or permanents you control. If damage is prevented in this way, Divine Deflection deals that much damage to target creature or player. Sick. So it's like almost as good as like a fireball, except it's good for twofold. Conjurer's Closet. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile target creature you control and return that card to the battlefield under your control. This is a good card, like a combo card. As I talked about with some of the intro packs, that's why some of these cards are rare. They're not like back in the old day. Oh, Burn at the Stake. This is a 5-drop. As an additional cost to Burn at the Stake, tap any number of untapped creatures you control. Burn at the Stake deals damage equal to target creature or player equal to 3 times the number of creatures tapped in this way. Whew, that's a pretty sick sorcery. Pretty great combo if you have like tokens. Ooh, a mythic, yay! Malignus. This is a mythic rare for 5. Its power and toughness are each equal to half the highest life total among your opponents, rounded up. I've pulled this before, actually. I think I got it in a fat pack. Damage that would be dealt to Malignus cannot be prevented. Awesome. Alright, in this pack, ooh, Foily Land, Foily! Silverblade Paladin. This is a 3-drop that's soulbound. As long as Silverblade Paladin is paired with another creature, both creatures have double strike, and this is a 2/2. So we see the pairing kind of brought out here. We'll open another 6. So you guys let me know what you like better. This style, obviously I've flipped the camera over as per many of you requested, and I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. I was just lazy. It's kind of awkward to shoot this way because I'm like straddling the camera in a fully sexual way. But, you know, this is maybe a little more boring, but then it builds suspense a little bit more. So you guys tell me after I upload this if you want the next one, because I've got 3 boxes. I'm trying to decide if I want to buy any more. It's going to kind of depend if this channel takes off or not, because it's really going slow. Exquisite Blood. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Whew. I love that enchantment. That is sexy. And we have a Dread Slaver. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Dread Slaver this turn dies, return it to the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie in addition to other types. Love it. I'm really liking the black cards in this set. Oh, here's a Mythic. Sigarda, Host of Herons. This is a 5-drop, 5/5 with flying, hexproof. Spells and abilities your opponent's control can't cause you to sacrifice permanents. That's a great card. And, ooh, another Mythic, Primal Surge. I actually pulled this before too. It's a monstrous 10-drop. Exile the top card of your library. If it's a permanent card, you may put it onto the battlefield. If you do, repeat this process. So you can see how that would that could roll, be pretty effective. Actually, if you're not pulling land, if you happen to have a good run of if you don't have a lot of spells in your deck, that would be kind of rad. So what do you guys think of Avacyn Restored? Tell me in the description box below. What do you like about it? What do you hate about it? I actually learned most about it in the game Duels of the Planeswalkers. I think I got used to kind of some of the abilities and stuff. So, here we go. White, Cather's Crusade. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. This is another part of this kind of just sick exponential effects that White seems to have. This is the Deadeye Navigator. It's spellbound, 5/5 for a 6-drop. As long as Deadeye Navigator is paired with another creature, each of those creatures has the ability to exile a creature. So that's another thing. I don't know if I love pairing. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying it's not really my style. Arcane Melee. Instant and sorcery spells cost 2 less to cast. Interesting. Maybe you want to pair that with a burn deck. Next pack. Woo, Revenge of the Hunted. This is a 6-drop. Until end of turn, each creature gets +6/+6 and gains trample. And all creatures able to block this card do so. Or block it this turn, do so. No double rare packs yet. Frowny face. Ooh, here we go. Arcwind Dragon. This is a 4-drop for a 4/4 flyer. That alone is a very respectable card, but then it also has haste. So this kind of reminds me of a dragon from the last set. I can't think of it. It's a 2/2 with Regenerate. Phoenix or something like that. At the beginning of the end step, return Arcwing Dragon to its owner's hand. So, meh. They never give you. It's always like everything great always has kind of a drawback to it. Here we go. Ooh, Gloom Surgeon. Love it. This is a 2-drop for a 2/1. If combat damage would be dealt to Gloom Surgeon, prevent that damage and exile that many cards from the top of your library. Crack some more. Kind of jumped the gun that time. It's supposed to be opening 6, but I don't know. I'm impatient. You know, tell me if you guys tell me if you even like these unboxings. I mean, it's fun. It's supposed to be entertaining, but you know, I do these kind of videos for remote control cars. Obviously, people love that because they can go buy the car, but you can't exactly go like buy the exact same booster box that I did. But it does give you an idea kind of what is available out there. All right. Oh, Mythic Rare, Mist Hollow Griffin. Awesome. 4-drop for a 3/3 flyer, and you may cast Mist Hollow Griffin from exile. Pretty tight. Next rare, ooh, foily. I want a foil human token, that's what I want. Ooh, dual casting, I love it. This is a great card. It's an enchant creature. Enchanted creature has tap to copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Whew, that is an awesome card. That is tight. I'm definitely going to work that into my deck. That's a deck stock card. Angel of Glory's Rise. I've had this before. This is a 7-drop, 4/6 flyer When Angel of Glory's Rise enters the battlefield, exile all zombies, then return all human creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sick card if you're playing zombies. So it's almost like a sidebar card, right? Because it's not that powerful in and of itself. There may be more powerful cards. Rare artifact. Otherworld Atlas. You can tap it to put a charge counter on it, and then tap it. Each player draws a card for each charge counter. So I don't know if that would necessarily be a card that you'd work into a mill deck. You guys tell me how you'd use that. And Devastation Tide. 5-drop. Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hand. That is pretty sick. It kind of goes right along with, you know, you could probably use that as a control card. It's hard to say exactly. This is the last run. Here we go. So, anyway, gotta say that I'm liking this block a lot better than Dark Ascension. I did like Dark Ascension. I bought a lot of it. In fact, way too much of it. 5, 6, 7 booster boxes, I think, and I ended up with just a stupid amount of cards. Trying to decide if I want to just try to sell them off or what, but I mean, the thing that's changed since I've played is that there's no market really for Magic cards anymore. I mean, you get almost nothing for them. You might as well keep them. At least that's how I feel. All right. This pack, we've got Slayer's Stronghold. This is a tap to add 1 colorless, or you can pay a red and a white, and target creature gets +0, +2/+0, and vigilance and haste until end of turn. It's a nice little card if you've got a beefy creature or a creature that has a great ability that you want to take advantage right away. We've got Restoration Angel here. This is a 4-drop for a 3/4 with flash flying, and when it enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-angel creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. I don't quite understand that yet, the whole like exile it and then bring it back. I've noticed some cards that seem to capitalize on that. Here's a Gallows at Willow Hill. 3 colorless, tap 3 untapped humans you control. Destroy target creature. If its controller puts a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. It's a great little ability, especially if you're outgunned. Maybe they have something that's, you know, a big beefy flying creature and you don't have anything with flying. Right. Tyrant of Discord. This is a 7-drop. Man, it's so expensive. When Tyrant of Discord enters the battlefield, target opponent chooses a permanent that he or she controls at random and sacrifices it. If a non-land permanent is sacrificed in this way, repeat the process. So it could get pretty ugly for you. And it's also a 7/7. So in and of itself, he's not exactly a happy camper. Alrighty. Whoop. Demon Lord of Ashmouth. 4-drop for a 5/4. Already that's a decent deal. But now we're going to see kind of the rub about it here. It's flying. And when it enters the battlefield, exile it unless you sacrifice another creature. There you go. Never just flat out awesome. Always a give and take relationship with these cards. Terminus, great card here. Put all creatures from the bottom of their own. Oh, put all creatures on the bottom of their owner's libraries. That's pretty tight. Pretty fun little card. Yeah. See, this is the part where I'm kind of thinking that you guys are going to prefer me to speed it up. It's hard for me to talk about stuff for 20 minutes. I'm just not that interesting of a person. So tell me in the comments, what was the best pull you've ever had? Or maybe the worst. How about the best? We all try to forget our worst. 4 packs left. I'm going to go all the way down to just having 1 left, and then I'm going to guess what the rare is going to be. And if I'm right, nothing happens. And if I'm wrong, nothing happens. But it'll make it somewhat fun. All right. Here we go. Last stretch run here. 8 packs. Divine Deflection. This is, we already pulled this. We know that redirects damage. I like it. It's a nice card. Treacherous Pit Dweller. Ooh, 2-drop. When Treacherous Pit Dweller enters the battlefield from graveyard, target opponent gains control of it. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, foily. Lunar Mystic. This is whenever you cast an instant spell, you may pay 1. If you do so, draw a card. Great. That's a great card for. I could definitely see you blue players out there. Ooh, finally, double rare pack. All right, we've got a foily Herald of War. This is a 5-drop for a 3/3 flyer. Whenever Herald of War attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it. I love it. Ooh, ooh, Planeswalker. I was just saying I didn't get a single Planeswalker in this box, in my head anyway. This is a 2-drop Planeswalker. Its +1 ability is draw a card, then discard a card. His -4 is Tybalt the Fiend Blooded, deals damage equal to the number of cards in target player's hand to that player. And its final ability is gain control of all creatures until the end of turn. Untap them. They gain haste until end of turn. So, wow, that's enough. There's a double rare pack and a Planeswalker. That's my best pull to date, probably. All right. Somberwold Sage. This is a 3-drop. Tap to add 3 mana of any one color to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells. Great helper card for those monstrous creatures in green. Ooh, Cavern of Souls. This Cavern of Souls enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Then you could tap to add 1, or you can tap to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend this mana only on that creature type. It's pretty tight. I don't know if I'd work that in. I'm not sure if I'd use that. All right. Demonic Rising. This is a 5-drop. Enchantment at the beginning of your end step. If you control exactly 1 creature, put a 5/5 Black Demon creature token with flying onto the battlefield. This plays along with that whole solo, that white and black combo, I think it is. I'm not sure. Ooh, Mythic at least. Here we go. Second last pack. Descent into Madness. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a Despair counter on Descent of Madness. Then each player exiles X permanents he or she controls and or cards from his or her hand, where X is a number of Despair counters. Ooh, that is annoying. All right, I'm going to say that it's going to be a land, a rare land. Oh, Wild Defiance. This is whenever a creature you control becomes a target of an instant or sorcery spell, that creature gets +3/+3. Pretty sweet. So that is the first box, booster box of Avacyn Restored. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel or join the conversation below in the comments section. Love to hear from you, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks a lot.